What's up? It's Ken from Flowtricks, and I'm just going to get right to the point. How would you like an encyclopedia of nunchuck moves? You know I have hundreds of videos online, but how are you finding them? How are you able to connect the pieces? This is what I've been working on this week, is creating an encyclopedia of nunchuck moves. This is going to take quite a bit of time. Right now I'm in the organization process, but imagine that I had a technique for every single nunchuck technique was put into a different video file that could eventually become a DVD, and I also have a spreadsheet that connects all of the techniques together so you can see exactly how it works. This is what I've been working on. Of course, this is something, especially since I'm out of work right now, this could be something that I could add on to Patreon to help inspire people to want to pitch in, and I think I'm going to start adding that in once I start getting some of the material ready, as this may take up to a year, even 2 years to fully complete or to fully realize. Making the video is one thing, but I want to systematize it so that way you know every single video runs in the same way. It'll probably demonstrate the move, be a very quick explanation, and then be a more in-depth explanation, and then finish with the slow-mo video or something like that. That's what I'm thinking. So that way you know exactly what you're getting with every. But I think one of the most exciting things on top of that is not only just teaching the moves, but this compendium that I'm writing. I'm going to show this to you, and keep in mind, this is not at all what you guys are going to see. This is just how I'm organizing all the information. This may not make a whole lot of sense right now, but let's just go ahead and take a look at over-the-shoulder pass, and I'll explain how I'm categorizing all these moves. Over-the-shoulder pass is newbie, meaning you're going to be at the very beginning. This is for very beginners. It's a pass because there's different categories. There's anti-spins, bounces, catches, digit rolls, doubles, stalls, throws, you name it. I have to categorize these things. That way you can sort it and say, hey, what are all the passes? I'll be able to easily just filter it out, and you can see every single pass that we work on. Prerequisites, I'll eventually fill out once I have everything down. That's what you have to know to do this move. As well as I'm going to create similar moves. That way, anytime you're learning a move, if you want to find what kind of variations come from that move, we're going to have it there. After that is directions, grips, start points, and end points. This is all about combos. Direction, grips, start points, and end points is all about combos. And what I'm trying to say with that is I'm trying to find a way to make all the moves flow into one another. You know that this move here, the rotor pass, can move directly into all different kinds of moves, really. But the important thing is the direction that this nunchuck is spinning, as well as where it is on my body. If you can combine both of those together, you can start putting point A and point B together, which is what that. So let's just kind of decipher what all this means. I'm just going to shrink this so you can see it a little bit better. And we're looking at the neck pass right now, which is at the very top, and it's a newbie pass. If I move over here, what we're looking at here is the direction. This is going counterclockwise if I'm using my right hand, or clockwise if I'm using my left hand. That's important to know because if you're going horizontal, it's hard to bend the plane, so you can't pull it behind you. Whatever this move is behind my back, you can't combine these two together because they're in different planes. The next thing you look at is what grip that you're in. You're going to be in a front grip from this one. And it's starting on the same side shoulder, and it's passing to the opposite side shoulder. The reason why it says opposite side shoulder, because it's this pass. You think if I'm using my right hand and I'm passing it, it's going to end up on the same side shoulder. But since I'm passing it with my left hand, it's actually on the opposite side shoulder. And the reason why we want to be very clear on where it ends and where it begins is because if we create a system that allows us to see this, then we can look at what moves connect with it. So with the behind the neck pass, if we end in opposite side shoulder, then we should be able to connect it with anything that begins in the opposite side shoulder. So as I look at the start point, I could look around and see if I can see something that has an opposite side shoulder. There's two of them. There's one up here and there's one over there. So we can see that these two techniques could come from a neck pass. That is a bounce, and that is a behind the back inverted diagonal pass, which is ridiculous. Okay, so what that's saying is that if we move it over to here, the thing about a bounce is a bounce can come from anywhere. You can pretty much bounce anything. So the bounce is going to be just a workaround for any move. So that includes all different places. But it also says that there's a behind the back diagonal inverted pass, which means the diagonal passes can either be coming upwards like this, but the one this is talking about is downwards, which I haven't done in a while, but oh geez. But it kind of comes up this direction. So it's saying that you can come up from here to there and down. So if you really think about it, it's because the moment wherever my hand ends, right, if it ends on the opposite side shoulder, Then all I have to do is figure out what moves start on the opposite side shoulder that I can use to connect. Works. Let's take it for an example, another one here, the behind the back syncopated wrist roll turnout. Now that's a mouthful. Let me just get this up here real quick. The behind the back syncopated wrist roll turnout looks like this, and then we're gonna find a way to use it. Let me go back to the main camera. So the behind the back syncopated wrist roll turnout looks like this, where I turn, I roll it across, and I'm back, right? So it's doing a syncopated wrist roll, but it's doing it behind my back. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats that we wrote on there, and then we'll see if we can connect it. I'm totally just winging this, so I may have fun with this one. I put that as an intermediate. I might actually change that to advanced. It's combined. It's both a roll and a pass, so if you filter by any of them, you'll see it. The description right now is it's behind the back, obviously, and it's going counterclockwise if you're using your right hand, or it's going clockwise if you're using your left hand. Now this is coming from facing forward. We want to make sure B1 and F1 flow together because they're often the same direction and they both flow together with the same moves. B1 and F1 moves flow together, so I wanted to make the numbers the same. So it starts on, it starts on the same side shoulder and ends in main, which is great to know because that means if it ends in main, anything that says main, I'll just grab, that means we could do either of these two, which is, let's go back here because they both start in main. Behind the back pass half pinwheel and the behind the neck pass half pinwheel. So let's talk about what this means really quick. If we take this movement here, we basically can mix it with the other two moves. Now, move number one that it was talking about was this one here, where it's like a behind the back pass. And then move number two is a turn out the other way, which is above the head. It's just saying that all those moves can connect together into a combo. Because I was just looked up, the whole idea is figure out where does it start, where does it end, what direction is it moving, and if you can get them all to match up, you can start building your own combos. You probably have hundreds of combos you could build and not realize it, and it's a great way to train too. So I wanted to make this to help you guys come up with new training combos and all that good jazz. I think it's gonna be really exciting. It's gonna be a lot of work though, because like I said, it's a little hard to read right now, but I'm gonna try to make it into a format that really works. Making videos for all of these, like remaking all the videos, it's gonna be an undertaking, but I mean, I think that this is gonna be something that will be a lot more timeless. I think it's gonna hang around for a long time. Lastly, I just wanted to share that with you because that's what I've been working on and I'm gonna be working on it. And I'll be posting updates and I'll let Patreon people definitely get I'll start feeding it through my Patreon channels as I get more done. Also want to talk about my live stream. This is FlowVid19. This is happening on April 11th. Look at this. This is not just me. I'm going to be on April 12th at 8 p.m. EST. I'm going to be on Twitch, which is twitch.com/Flowtricks. But look at all these other instructors and performers. Just look up FlowVid19. Grab your family. I mean, they have hula hooping, contact magic wand kind of thing. Well, I call it magic wands. It's called a levy wand. Dragon staff, double hula hoops, poi. You've got all different, and contact staff dance by Eileen. She's like one of the best in the world. She is so good. So you've got all these great instructors. I would really highly recommend that you get ready for this because this is just in a couple days, and it's gonna be a big broadcast. It's gonna be a big presentation. So definitely check that out. Again, I'll be doing a stream on there as well. I may be able to push it out to my YouTube channel as well as my Twitch channel on that one, but it's gonna be for FlowVid, so it's gonna have a different banner in that particular one. Anyways, I wanted to show you what I was working on and the concepts as to what it actually means and what it can do for you. Just imagine that all the 10 years of videos, I finally sat down and tried to organize it in a way that you could use to quickly see all the connections between the moves, as well as just have all of the moves at your reference. That's what I want to do. And it's going to be either a DVD or some sort of copy that just gets to the point, doesn't have me rambling or talking about a lot, even though I love to talk and I love to hang out with you all. I know that you also just sometimes just need the content pure. So that's what I'm working on. Let me know your thoughts, and hope you all are having a good weekend. Like I said, I'll see you some on Sunday. I may do one quick stream tomorrow too, just for fun. We'll have to see. But definitely look forward to what's coming around the corner. I've been putting a lot more into Flowtricks lately, and it's been feeling really good. You let me know what you all need.